All right, guys, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. Guys, remember if you're tuning in on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, remember our disclaimer. Remember that day trading is risky business. A lot of people are having a hard time out there, so take it slow. Utilize small size. Practice in paper trading before putting out a lot of risk, before using a lot of cash. All right, that way you can gain experience and become competent. And that's what we need in any field, sector, or industry is competence before we really expose ourselves to a lot of risk. It makes sense, so be sure to heed the warning. Other than that, remember the live streams and recaps are never a reason to try and copy trade. Copy trading is no good and is not a very smart thing to do. Lastly, I do not invest for my subscribers, so be careful of fake accounts. I will never message you first. And on a quick side note, I do not use WhatsApp. I do not use Telegram. None of those fake apps. So stay safe out there and be careful of the fake accounts. They're everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Tons of fake accounts, sadly. Okay. Let's talk about the watch list. What's moving and what's not. So we got CGBS. This is not in any order particularly, but these are the hot stocks. TOYO. There's VEV. That one is a little cheaper. And SNTG. There's also another one that I forgot to put back on this list. Do I have it? I do not. Q, or is it G? Let's see. Yeah, QLGN. There we go. QLGN. These are the few that I'm keeping an eye on here. All right, looks good, looks good, looks good, as it should. Let me copy and paste that into the alert section. As well as the YouTube live stream. That way you guys can see what's going on here. Okay. So I'll start off with TOYO. That one is up 86%, currently with 24 million shares of volume. Every day, as you guys can see, my routine is the same. The consistency is down to a T, down to the bone. So we got 343 for highs, but we did have a candlestick push up to 390, so I'll also map out that area. Lows we saw around 240, 247. Can I get this right? Oh, I'll put 240. I'm gonna take a quick second just to make sure my screen recording is turned on. All right, screen recording looking good. Guys, make sure your screen recordings are turned on. So TOYO, how are we doing on the daily? Daily chart has been selling off recently. Highs were 280. It seems like it might be a recent IPO, if not recent name change. Highs were 280. We sold off. Today we're making a new high, curling up. So if it is a recent IPO, then there's no real resistance above us. So can we get back to those pre-market highs? TOYO looks pretty decent. I think this will be my main stock coming into the open. So moving on over to CGBS. This one is still up 51% despite this massive drop off. And what I'm hoping for here is a small red to green. It doesn't have to get all the way back to the highs of 1452. I'm not expecting that. But from 369 right now, can we maybe get up there to 556? If that's possible, then we can really see a nice move here. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, that's great. That'll help me out with the trend lines moving forward. Yeah, anyhows, can we see something, if it shows signs of life, good big green candles coming into the open, or even around 10:30, an hour after the open, whatever it might be. If we can see a strong surge, I'd be interested in looking at this one to see if there's some sort of a red to green. If not, it's a Davy Jones locker, no problem. I'll move on to the next one, right? Every day it's all about finding the one. Can we find the one hot stock? Or sometimes two, right? Because sometimes there's more than one, but we'll see how it goes. VEV, moving on. VEV. This one is up 177%, coming all the way from about 30 cents. Really good to see. Absolutely lovely. Highs were at 156, so we did already see a pullback. Low of our current levels are, and it didn't work right there. Why? Lows are around 86.03. Is that right? Actually, 86.03. Yeah. If anyone is just listening in, the stock is not at $86, it's 86 cents, right? Just a heads up there. Some people are probably driving, listening in podcast style. So, looking at the daily chart on this one. So we had a couple of areas where we came up and then had trouble. 113 going back to March 29th was a level where we gapped up and sold off. Lower volume, but maybe still worth watching. Short sellers can sometimes, watch these areas for levels to short against. We also had a bit of a double, triple top around 136. This is in August of, was that last year? Is this 2022? 2023. Okay, yeah, last year. Other than that, the pre-market highs are around 56, which is good. If we get through 50, can we see 65, 70, and then perhaps $2? Looks decent. That's VEV cheaper stock. So those are my top three. The other ones, we'll see how they do. QLGN, for example, another cheaper stock. This one, we got lows around 29 cents. The pre-market highs are around 45 cents. We'll see if it's able to give a good move. It did gap up recently back in July. Oh, back in July, a couple days ago, with a high point of 43 cents. So should be interesting. The 200 EMA is at 55.47, 55.45, 55.45. So that's QLGN. We'll see how that one does. So, coming into the open, as usual, looking to be disciplined, looking to be patient. I want to let the trades come to me. If I don't see anything early, don't want to overtrade the first minute or two, as we can see excessive volatility. Other than that, it's another chance for us to be disciplined, another chance for us to be patient, and look forward to being fierce when it comes to trading those setups and opportunities that we know and love. So it's 9:30. Well, it's 9:29. We got 30 seconds into the open, and I feel great. Feel ready for another beautiful day. I'm gonna make sure my share size is looking good, and I'll be ready to rock and roll. All right, let's see what we get.
SUMS.
Just waiting. VEV seems to have a range to the downside. Let me check the other ones. STNG. SAP worth looking at, perhaps. Let's make sure to bring down my share size. Don't want to be in their 5K size. At least not yet. 66 by 77. TOYO, can we get over 18 and 20? It's fighting, but no good.
NISN.
Trying to dip here around 03. Oh, I'm gonna miss that breakout over 1270. Not good, not good. Missing that beautiful move right there. $42 for Zap. There's just a lot of chop, it seems, here to start. I'm gonna do another rotation.
NYCB.
SNTG lighter volume for now, so still waiting. Zap was able to recover there despite having a massive wick. All right. I'm going to take a starter to see if it wants to be real, if it wants to be serious, this Zap. Can we hold 50? We do have some bigger bids below us. I did sell some, tried to sell on the ask, but the rest couldn't get the fill. Can we see back over 13? Smaller size on that trade. There might be a breakout here. Can we get through? Not quite. Seems like there's a spread, so we got to be careful. Not seems, there is a spread at times, so got to be careful. There's some good volume. TOYO coming from depths. Let's see if this Zap means any sort of real business. Oh, Ah, son of a gun. Man. I probably should have still been in. A little too tight on the stop there, perhaps. A lot more aggressive there. And it's coming down. Thank goodness that was a small size, because that's a bigger drop. It's failing here for now. We'll see if it gets support a little lower here, the VWAP. Surprised we didn't get a push there. Let me stop trading this. It looks like it's weaker right now. Maybe it holds. It's hard to say. The red volume is a little lighter.
ISTN.
But we're hanging out below VWAP here. Maybe size back down for now. I'm going to keep an eye on it in case it curls, but let me just see if anything else is pushing up. QLGN. Cheaper stock. Bad news is that I'm a little late to the show. Good news is that we've been seeing strong moves on these stocks, so we'll see how far it goes. SAP is curling back up. Is curling back up. QLGN seems like the strongest one right now. Highs are 39.59. TOYO, we'll see if it's able to do the red to green here. Seems like the bids drop out of this one though. QLGN. Hopefully we get a pullback soon. TOYO. Bids are pretty loose. QLGN is going to give a red candle, but, you know, not really a pullback of any magnitude. So it's really strong, actually. It's holding high and just going. I'm not getting involved because it just feels like I'd be chasing. Zap, on the other hand, Zap is fighting. I think I'll watch Zap instead. I don't love the breakout, but there's a bid. Dip, 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 dip. Freaking not dipping. Freaking so hard to get these dips. Let me size down. This should be a nice. I should be in at like 95 here, waiting to see the move up back up. Instead, it was so quick I didn't get a chance to get the fill. Can't mark it because the spreads. Come on, Zap. Talk to me nicely. It's not nicely. 22. Okay, that's cool. The breakout is not ready yet. Fine. $65. Lovely. Can we get a bounce? Son of a gun. Fair trade. It looks like it might be failing miserably. If it flushes out again, I'll be in for a dip. So instead of getting like a retest of that level of 13, we dipped down to a low of 12.25. So even if I bought lower, I'd have got stopped out either way. 1K is evaporated into 300. Classic fashion, back up here to 1302, 1320 rather. Anticipating those bigger dips, man.
ISN.
That should have been a winning trade, but okay. The breakout is still not ready. And what's it gonna be this time? These stocks love to play games with you, man. Tell you. It held up 13 that time, of course. Still waiting patiently. At this point, I do like the dip if we can hold high. The breakout, though, is going to be tricky because of the range we're seeing. Can we try again for 40? Still seeing 99. $82. This freaking stock, man. Can we make up our minds here? It might go without me. It's possible here. Good, because if I'd gotten a high fill there, man, I would have went crazy. Because I bought just before that pop. I'm going to put a wider stop in place this time and just let it do its thing. If I get stopped out, well, all part of the deal.
NISN.
Will Zap allow me to have this dance? Are the bulls still alive? I want to see it over 13.15 and retesting 13.40, 13.50 for that sweet move I know it can give. So Zap, what is it gonna be? We still haven't seen the volume yet. Is this going to be it here? I'm gonna take a little something and watching for the rest to make the move up to 40 and then 50. If it dips after going, I'm gonna look to get back in as well. But I'd love to see the move first before the pullback. Can we hold up? I'm gonna add back right there. A little more aggressive, but watching to see if we can hold tightly. If not, stopping out. Back down to 70.
NI is in.
If it flushes out, I'll be in the depths. I'm gonna risk another couple of cents here to see. Waiting. The only thing about this stock that I don't love is that the daily chart is not in the best of situations. But I still think it's doing all right. Reducing the risk a little bit here. NISH halted. All right. Switching over. Zap. NISN. NISN. Halted up at 11 bucks. Volume. There seems to be volume. I'm gonna have small size and then bigger size. 57.18 for resumption. Zap doesn't seem to be curling, so letting it go. I'll take the couple dollars. Still kind of flat on the day here, just waiting. SNTG, nice move. Okay, 57.18. SNTG in an interesting area. Can we see back over 50? If not, I'd stop. NISN, waiting for resumption. less than a minute. It's an $11 stock. The volume is not as high, so I want to be careful here at smaller size first. Willing to size up though if it gives a good move here with high volume. Couple seconds. Here we go.
NISN.
Can we get the pullback? Oh, freak. Damn it, that's not the fill I wanted. Did not flush out. Bounce, bounce, bounce. No bounce. See, I sized up. I went straight to big size, which kind of risky, but I did like what I saw initially there. Taking my money and running from this one. It's risky, risky business. Well, it's back at the highs. Well, just like that. Wow. Can we get a small size though? Can we get a proper dip? Nope. Straight into the halt up. Or at least close to it. But false breakout. Yeah, maybe a little too risky to touch. And then back down to the lows again. Halting down. Roller coaster, man. What the heck was that? And the bias is just flip-flopping like Floppy Bird. I got a high fill on the dip, but the move up was so aggressive. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. I knew I got some sort of slippage, but okay, 44. We got out of 82. The bulk of the position getting filled at 19, which is great. Wow. QLGN, big drop.
NISN.
It's so choppy that I think and we're not even really green. Like walking away is like, maybe the best move here. Is walking away right now the best move to then come back later when we passed all this chop. I might have to start doing things differently. That's what my instinct is telling me. But part of me does want to stick around for the live stream. So what I'll do, I think I'll just leave and I'll leave the live stream on and I'll come back. I'll just watch the chat. And if there's something being called out, then I'll come back. What time is it? 01. It's kind of early, but we might not see anything for a couple minutes. And I don't want to just, get caught buying stocks that are weak. Because sometimes you can see something curling up a little bit, you think it's strong, you jump in, it's back down. I want something to clearly make a new high, be strong, and then the first pullback is where I can then look to get involved. Not seeing anything looking good. Our leading stock TOYO. Again, it's still early, and you know this is pretty good on the 5 minute chart right here. Bottoming wick, you know, 261, lows at 33. This is where the red to green kind of starts to sneak up slowly in this lighter volume area like this, and then before you know it, then we're back at the highs. But we'll see if it does make a move. If I'm to be watching at a trade like that, I would have needed to be in already. Down here around like 240, 250 max. I'm not in, so it's kind of hard to just come and buy it now. SNT. If not, I honestly would be trading way more of these types of trades, but because I'm usually looking for something already uptrending and strong, you know, it's rare that I can see that type of stuff play out. SNTG and IVP. IVP. I wonder if this could become something. This one moved up a few days ago. It's halting. Actually, this is great if this halts up right here. IVP halting up. Oh, false halt. Halting again, 85, but not getting the bids to lock into the level. If this halts up, it's great because it hits scans. Everybody's aware of it. If they're not already, we can gain more volume. And then the retest of 996, no, 946 from a few days ago looks great. So if this can get halted up here, might mean, why is there so many trend lines? Goodness. Might mean business. I don't understand why in the world there's so many trend lines here. What was I doing? And it is locked in. So, is this going to give us something here? SNTG is trying.
NISN.
Just trying it VWAP. Ah, SNTG, man. Brutal, brutal. Brutalization. 0858 for IVP. I got to be careful because the stock is, while it looks like it has potential, we did have the first daily candle make the new high. It's not quite in the clear just yet because we're not super close to $9, right? We still have like a ways to go until we get to 9. So for me, the closer to 9, the better it is, the better the setup is. Resumption is at 858. IVP. IVP. Is IVP going to be the one? IVP. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna be? We got less than a minute. Currently at 785. It could be above 8 resumption or flat. It's kind of fluctuating between the two. It's probably going to resume higher if I had to guess. But we'll see. It's not guaranteed. So I'm looking to be reactive. If I see the setup, I want to take it and accept the risk. If I don't see the setup, that's okay too. We'll wait for another entry. Currently it's 785 and 10 seconds. Here we go. Nice. Can we get that dip? Not bad, not bad. Alright, that was a little aggressive, maybe too soon. Hmm. $87 for the highs. 92. Okay, that's not good. Can we hold those levels again? Perhaps. It might go here. Big test, big test. It needs to fly here. This is it. Can we see it? 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 There's a bid. But it didn't go all the way. It might fail here miserably. We should have went through 50. If it holds up again, it's going to be a good sign. Out too soon, maybe. I think so. Okay, easing off now, easing off, waiting. What's good about the breakdown below 90 is that it didn't dip aggressively, and we kind of based out quickly. But every time we get up to like 25, it starts to behave. Maybe short sellers, right? Perhaps short sellers around this 25-50 area. If I see another big bid, I'll be quick to take a long. I am going to size down. I'm going to drop down to 700 shares. In fact, 500. Low right there, 84. It's definitely fighting. It's fighting, but man, I gave that I should have known better to trade that area so many times, man. Gave back way too much after that first trade. Perhaps backside. Yes, sir. This I'd watch this stock later to see if it curls up, but I don't know. Right now, we'll see. We'll see. What's the volume here? It just felt like maybe short sellers around like 825, 840, 850. So if it gets above that level, there's a chance we squeeze, but let me check out some of the other stocks here quickly. Zap, no good. VEV, TOYO, SNTG, QLGN, mooning. Holy smokes. High of day breakout. Nice, nice. IVP looks like it's fighting here. We'll see if it continues to curl. The 5-minute chart is definitely not great. The daily chart, on the other hand, is better, but we'll see. It's a little tricky. QLGN. The first pullback seems to be holding up. This thing is right up here, the 200 EMA. It's always tricky coming to a stock like this after the move, you know? You gotta be careful, don't want to trade backside. It's at the 200 EMA. Will the dips continue to hold up here? Let's start with just small size 5K shares. That's it. Just to try to get a good gauge, and we'll see if it keeps going. Candle has less than a minute on the 5. It's actually a decent candle. We do have the 200 EMA above us, which is the only issue I'm seeing here. But so far, pretty strong stock. Up 138%. Not bad at all. This will be a good area to see how well it holds up. Oh, a little early. Waiting. Kind of high, but whatever. In that type of trade, I could hold longer, but taking the 1 cent and watching to see how it continues to play out here. Ugh, 50-50 fill. Cutting it scratch. That's more like it. These cheaper stocks. These cheaper stocks, I tell you. You definitely got to be patient. Come on, come on, come on. 52, 52, 52. Whisper into my ears. Ay, ay, ay. To get the fills on the ass, though. There it is. Because this price range has been strong, I wouldn't be surprised if it makes a new high again. Eventually.
GAMCU.
I'm just gonna try to get a cent at a time, if possible. 53.50. $51. QLGN. 51. Oh, really? I'm gonna have to take that off scratch. Sometimes I'm just a millisecond early on the dip. It might go all the way. Look at it go. Look at it go. Wow, wow, wow. Big level here, 55. Big level, big level. What's it gonna be? 56? We might see 59 out of this. Jeez. Here it goes. 58. Anything over 59 is just extra move here. 58, 58, 58, 60. Can we see the first dip hold up nicely? If this first dip fails miserably, we're not looking good. And son of a gun, it was a 56 kind of high though. 56. Not getting filled is a problem here. And that would have been beautiful. Any stock price range continues to be strong. We got 58.70, not quite 59. $58.20. Back down a bit. They gave me the highest possible fill there, man. And then every time I use limit, no fill. Are we seeing a bearish engulfing here? Well, I missed the move going up. I could have bought back higher for the breakout, but I was skeptical because of where we were with the 200 EMA. So I didn't buy back 54. But good move, good move. IVP back at the highs. So it did curl back up. The daily chart is keeping it alive. Small size first for me on this one.
GAMCU.
Can we get halted up 95? Can we get halted up 95? The halt is now at 911. Now 928. IVP. IVP. Chasing down the halt level. Not bad. Not bad at all. Most impressive. Can we get halted up 47? It might get locked in here. Looking good. We're seeing some bidders coming in. And we are locked in. Nah, that was close. Ah, the dip, man. Dip at 53. I'm watching at it, but it just, I just wasn't convinced. I could have bought it though because of how much we pulled back versus the highs. Man. Now we're halted up versus a daily level. This is great. Dip at 53, man. I could have been in around 62, but I just wasn't quite convinced. But being in there selling around like nine, I think I would have sold around $9. Because around 9 we did see a little bit of resistance. But from there, it's very good strength to get right back up to 950. QLGN. Triad with some nice trades in there. DJ Khaled with another one. Time 35:25. 35:25. We got about 2 minutes. 2 minutes to resumption. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Remember our disclaimer as well. Day trading is risky business. I do not utilize apps like WhatsApp, Telegram, none of those fake apps. Be careful with fake accounts. I will never message you first randomly and start a conversation. Be careful with fake accounts. And remember, copy trading is going to take you to the gallows. Davy Jones' locker to the depths. Bottom of the 7 seas. 35:25 resumption. As usual, no fear, no hesitation. And I'm looking forward to trading the setup. Can we get a dip and then a rip? If it opens up and moves higher, can we get a pullback? Can we base out and then the move up? If it opens up lower, I'll watch the high if they trade. But got to be careful not to overtrade any areas that's not the entry. 35:25. Here we go. A couple seconds, 15 seconds. Should have made way more money on that first trade. My fills must have been crazy. I bought that like instantly. 76. Can we see a bigger dip here? Can we see a bigger dip? And I'll wait here. I'll wait. Over 30 could be interesting. It's not ready. Or the shot. There's a bit of a spread at times. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful. If it doesn't hold up here, we could maybe be backside for now. But I'd watch the bigger dip. If not, can we bounce back up over the whole dollar? Whoa. Can we continue here? Or is this just a bluff? Looks like it's just a bluff. Those big bounces like that could usually lead to sometimes you. Oh, whoa, whoa. 82. My fill's not great. Crap. Are we gonna see it? 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 Are we gonna see the move through 10 to the moon? KB, 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 KB. Nowhere to be seen. Bro, what the? These fills are in the Titanic. Sinking. Getting worse by the day. Fills are not favorable, so sizing down a bit and waiting. Might not be ready yet. It's still possible that it doesn't go. The last 5-minute candle did close in decent shape. We did get that bottoming wick. The daily chart is strong. So I'm hoping we can get more of a move out of it, but gotta always be prepared for backside. I don't like this entry. I'll wait. Wait. Gotta be patient. If it goes right away, it couldn't. It's not gonna be bad, but it's not the entry I'm looking for. Just be patient. Will the stock give me a chance to strike? Okay, I'll take this. I will take it. Take what I can get. So I'm in small size. Let's see what it does. Can it take me to the moon of 1020, 1030, 1040? Are the bulls still alive? Is KB awake? Yeah, KB. Now will the short sellers get squeezed once again? Is the real question. And they're getting obliterated. $10.93. Wow. The only bad thing about that trade is that it should have been 1,000 shares. My share size was down a bit. Forgot to put it back. But all good in the neighborhood. We'll take the lovely entry. 11.14 for the halt up. Waiting for another good entry here. If not, can we get the halt at 11? Ah, that's gonna catch me off guard, man. Crap. Can they go down more? More? Drop, 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 drop. Not dropping. It's not bouncing either. Drop, 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 drop. Now, can we see at least 80? Really? What was that, man? It's like you gotta just take the profits because you could be up $1.50 thinking a halt up is going to happen. You're just going to keep holding. And then before you know it, you're ready to trade. And we've been seeing this like we saw it like every day this week, right? At least a few stocks giving these bigger flush outs. Still hasn't bounced yet. So I'm still interested in the dip if it comes down some more. That was a sweet trade, man. Sweet trade. There's another bid here. 25,000 shares, 950. IVP has curled back up a little bit, but looks choppy. It's saying the low is 20 there. If it gets back to like 10:15, 10:30, it might go all the way. Oh, holy smokes.
It's a TX.
The roller coaster continues. The roller coaster continues. What's interesting is that our red candles have gotten like more volume here over time. Green and nothing happening. Sadly, I didn't fill any shares.
XTX.
Looking good. I just needed more shares. I would have sold half right there if I got the order filled. It might not be ready yet. Oh, okay, maybe never mind. Oh, I'm out a little early. Didn't expect all that, but okay, cool. Lasted sellers coming in at the highs. We did have a rejection candle up here last time, so we got to be careful. That might have been somebody going short 10K size. People are buying though. Come on, come on, come on. It might try again. Is this it? Uh, it should, yeah, it should halt up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell is that? Red, 990? Oh, I could have took that dip. I thought that was 1090. Could have took that dip if I realized that was 990, 980. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe that is backside momentum here. Came out early, out at 90, out at 25, 25 back to 32 was way too soon. Well, we're getting some nasty flushes, man. Like these flushes are just. It seems like they're happening more, right? This week. The flush is the number one enemy, right? The most common enemy for us here as traders. You're buying a stock, you have a stop that you believe is reasonable to how we're moving, how the range of the stock is. You know, maybe you're risking 20, 30 cents. You blink, you're down $2 a share. It's why, you know, I say all the time to make sure that we're at least accepting the risk to the extremes. Because in any trade at any time, it could even be a penny stock. Your stop is 1 cent and it flushes down 15 cents instantly. We have to not panic or get frustrated in those moments. But it definitely, man, definitely sucks. On Monday, you know, that's the day I traded Tesla and did well. But it's like that day should have been such a much better day. You know, in at 14.20 as we made the new high and then pulled back in at a nice key level for the dip. Watching for the bounce back up, maybe 20 cents risk. I'm selling at 12.50 from 14 like 20 entry. Like, come on. Well, this is some good trading here for me. The adjustments so far here over these last few days of holding a little longer and holding towards a stop, giving the stock more of a chance rather than selling break even. It's been helping out a lot more because those quick stops, man, I'm getting out too soon and then the stock going without me. So now holding more towards like a defined level of an appropriate risk and being able to capture more of the move. And these days are solid days, man, especially, you know, it's really encouraging because once I do put more size back behind it, you know, it's a very, very solid day. Is the resumption worth trading? Perhaps, but I'd like to see more of a gap down. It's showing 50 resumption. If it resumes at like 9:10, that'll be great. But I'd stick to my smaller size here. I'm gonna just double check and make sure there's no offering. The one that I got caught in was an offering. I mean, even with the hard stops, it's like by the time that market order tries to fill you, stock is because it's like in an instant, right? Sometimes the stop don't even trigger because it like just skips through the price, and then you come back the next day, you're down $7 a share. You want to know what's going on. 03:18 for resumption. So we got less than 25 seconds. Here we go. Flush, flush. Can we see a flush? Nope. No trades for me. No trades. Wow. How's this QLGN doing? QLGN. Nice move here. I don't know if I'm gonna touch that one, man. It's like every time I see it, it's already given a move. So if I jump in there now, it's just backside for the pullback. I'll just leave it alone. And this is one of those types of stocks where in the recap, I'll just say, opportunity cost, because I'm looking at something else. It gives a move. By the time I switch to it, it's like too late. Is the first pullback here going to hold up? Perhaps. $10.54 for the halt up IVP. If this gets halted up, I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm not on any sort of sides when it comes to politics, but this Biden stuff is definitely interesting, man. Time to retire. It's time to retire. Yeah, I'm gonna take the gains and I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna end the day at the highs. I might come back later in the day, but we'll see. I might end the day might end the day here and call it. We'll come back and see if something moves later, but that's gonna do it. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Hit that thumbs up. And remember to check out those links down below if you're interested in Momo Pro. That's our scanning software. Right? You guys can check out Momo Pro. You can utilize coupon code Relentless for 25% off for 6 months. This is, of course, where I get my watch list every day. I do use this filter here at the open, before the open, the no filter. But if you want to, things a little tighter, I do have my own personal filter, IVP, TOIO. And this one specifically is nothing below $1. But yeah, check out the chat room. This is where it goes down. I'm going to end the recording. The day is winding down. And this is where it goes down. And this is why I did mention the Biden thing, by the way. There's this post right here. But yeah, this is where it goes down. And, the chat room here is going to continue up until like 5 p.m. when everything is really done in after hours. We need you to preach a lot more before shutting it down. The pastor and the preaching. Guys, check out these cars, by the way. Shout out to SF. I mean, there's so many people with some really like impressive cars. There's the car. We opened up the car section in the chat room recently, and there's been some like beautiful posts. Triad with the kit car. Cactus. I believe this is an Audi. Well, maybe not. I can't. Hold on. Let me not mix it up. Let me come up a little higher. I think there was a different post. This is Crispy right here. Crispy looking clean. Looking clean. In the M4. We have some like we have some wide range of stuff, right? Off-roading too. We got some pickup trucks. We got some bikes, right? We got some bikes. We got a little bit of everything. We got a nice Volkswagen there, a Hummer, a wide variety of cars here. What's this thing called? Camaro. This Camaro is looking pretty good. Twin, a nice Camaro here. We got a beautiful Corvette. I'm not sure if this is like the Stingray or whatever model it is, but it looks this is lovely. Nice colorway here. Shout out to the Discord, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the community. We got some nice off-roading here too, right? More of like a minivan, a Tesla. Jorge. I'm not too huge of a, I'm not like a huge car guy, but Lucas. Lucas' car set up to his TV. I'm not a huge car guy, so I don't know the names of all these cars, but and then you have myself and Crispy here. Crispy wants to race me, right? Crispy has an M4 competition, which is of course fast. I'm gonna tune my car. So this Infinity I have here, right? This newer model Infinity. It's the Red Sport Edition. So after I tune it, it should be a very interesting race. There's some different levels of tuning, but I think I'm gonna be able to beat him, right? On him being stock with this M4 competition, I can give him a run for his money. Easy work for the pastor. I already have some nice cold air intakes and downpipes, so once the tune is completed. Shout out to the Discord, by the way. But yeah, that took a quick derail from the live stream. But yeah, we're shutting it down, right? So it's all good in the neighborhood. The food section not as popular as yet, but shout out to the team house at Hell's Kitchen having dinner. Nothing like paying big bucks for small amounts of things on your plate. Fine dining, they say. Fine dining. We can check and see how the community has done so far today. We have some small green, which is good. Small green here as well. Nicely done, Danny. Danny P getting it done. Cactus Rob, so consistent. And shout out to all the people who, are still at their 9 to 5s and getting it done. Because as we know, it just takes a quick hour sometimes. Well, and let me say this the long way. It takes years to learn how to trade and become consistent. But once you get to the other side, 1 hour is all you need. Just in case there's a new person listening in and then they think I'm saying some get rich quick garbage. No, that's not the case. It takes years, but once you get to the other side, with this type of scalping, 1 hour is really all we need. And so there are some people who, from their day jobs, they have a decent amount of workload, but they're able to trade that hour, get back to work, still finish all their tasks. And so there's some people who are dual wielding here. And it's really good to see because they have the extra income. And, averaging a $500 a day, $200 a day, $1,000 a day, whatever it is, and still having your day job. I mean, it's really, really special income. I mean, you really can, use it to do anything, right? When it comes to redoing the roof, right? Maybe starting that garden in your backyard, fixing the basement, buying a new car, like, vacation, right? College funds, savings, retirement, whatever it might be. So yeah, shout out to the team. Shout out to all the traders who are coming in every day and working hard, staying disciplined, and getting it done. Way to go, team. Way to go. We have a lot of green P&Ls today, so nice to see. Shay, red today. And max loss. Max loss at the small size. But we'll be back tomorrow again. Tomorrow again. Beam, nice day, getting it done. This is Beam, one of the students who came on the trip. The vlog is being worked on right now. The vlog is going to be maybe like a 30-minute or 1 hour vlog. I don't know. It's going to be long. It's going to be a good one. Maybe we split it into 2 parts, but shout out to Beam. Shout out to aka Brian, right? Shout out to Brian. Or I should say Brian, aka Beam. Oren. Green today, getting it done. Way to go. This is what we love to see, man. And we got a nice day from Black 10 here. Black 10 has been doing well as of late, I think over the last couple weeks. Way to go. Lucas with a beautiful day here today. Mooning, another one of the MMU students, crossing over 100K in profits. Shout out to Lucas, man. This is absolutely lovely. All these pink names are students, by the way. All these pink names are students. Jorge, SF. I became a monster possessed. Needed this to happen to this degree. And so this is going to be, of course, a lesson, right? And that's today. Is this today? This is today. So great consistency for the first 9 days or 8 days of the month. And then today, a bigger red day. So SF, we can definitely check in. You got when it comes to the share size and sizing up, it can definitely happen. But you definitely want to make sure you stop the bleeding before it gets too out of control, right? Like Monday was a day like that for me where it came in and then I was telling the live stream, it feels like I just traded 2-3 times and I'm down 2,500. And on that type of day, mentally I'm feeling fine, but just gotta call it because like nothing is working. And if I keep going, maybe this could be a red day of like 5K, 6K. So definitely wanna, make sure to stop the bleeding sooner. This is going to be a good lesson, though. It's going to be a good lesson. And when you do have bigger red days, one thing, well, not one thing, there's many good things that can come from it, right? Other than just learning from those particular mistakes, it can indirectly allow you to be, a little more aggressive, right? And of course, being under a controlled environment, right? Being in a right mind, it's like, you become a little bit more numb to the losses which again, in the right mindset of staying dialed in throughout the day, you know, for me, and to kind of give the example, for me, back when I was like, earlier in my career and would be read, let's say like $500, it would feel like, man, the world is ending. Like this is so crazy. But then, you'll have that day where you get caught in that fallen knife, boom, you're down like 2,500, 3K right away. And then so you move on, you learn the lesson. It's like when another day comes, you're down 400, 500. It, it's like your horizon has been expanded. So you're not panicking, you're not under pressure, but you're staying cool, calm. You're watching for the next entry. Tesla trades here. Why is this described like this? The market value change of your open positions during the selected date range. Okay. Big Steve, what a solid week. Big Steve. Shout out to Big Steve, uh, who has been getting it done recently. Big Steve and I, I'm close with the moderators. Big Steve is one of those guys who, you know, I've been talking to for years, man. So it's really great to see him being able to step it up and getting on his side of consistency. Shout out to Steve. He's been, at it for a long time, and he's one of those traders who never gave up, right? And while Steve is an admin in here, he's also an MMU student. Big Steve, shout out to Big Steve, man. The people who are close to us, the people who help us out, you know, we like to return the favor, right? So Big Steve, of course, has unlimited access to MMU. He has unlimited access to myself. He has unlimited access to Marcelo. I mean, that's just how it needs to be. So shout out to the team, Ken, getting it done. We have a few red P&Ls, but looks like majority of people were able to lock it in. We can check on some of the big dogs, right? At Save, at Calamity, some of the team house members, at Crispy Trades. There's some other big traders too. There's some other big traders in here, right? But yeah, anyhow, you guys can check out the Discord. And if you do want to join, you can join and become an elite member. I did take out the read-only role. I'm glad I remember this. I took out the read-only role after there's quite a few people who have it. After the 15th, it'll be discontinued, so it's not going to allow you to resubscribe. You're going to have to resubscribe to this membership right here to rejoin. A lot of people were joining in, and then they would message me saying, "Hey, RT, I can't type in the chat." That particular role is a read-only role, but we just got rid of it altogether. So now there's just one role, one option to join the community. Stay safe, stay green, ladies and gentlemen. And actually, I can't forget. We're gonna do something very special here for the community. So we're running our next coupon, right? We're running our next coupon. For those of you who have been asking for the next coupon, here you guys go. So we are giving away, we're gonna give away a trading station to one lucky person. We're gonna spin the wheel just like we've been spinning the wheel for the trips and everything else. We're going to spin the wheel and give away a trading setup. So if you're someone who, maybe you're having a hard time saving up to get that PC, that laptop that you need, you could get lucky here. And you guys can utilize coupon code STATION for 40% off all of the MMU products. All right. So check it out. We're gonna talk more about this and more details of how to join the sweepstakes very soon. So take a look at it, and yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Relentless Trader is getting the heck out of here. and with a little bit of green tomorrow again. So we're ending the day right now at 2300. Pretty decent day. So stay safe, stay green, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Pastor signing out.